BronxNet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
And welcome everybody to another exciting show, another episode of Open, the one and only show that opens up the Bronx and the world to you. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B. We got a great show lined up for you today. Leading off the show, our first guest, gearing up for the 4th annual fair at the Square, John Bonanzio. He's here with Joe Regina, and we'll get you set with this, all the excitement right here on our very own set. Get you set on the set. After that, we continue our profile of the Bronx business with the 161st Street Merchants Association. Then with over 45 years studying the martial arts, Dr. Shahan Velez, he's going to be here. And he'll show you how to defend yourself from attackers and bullies. And finally, well, we don't condone violence, but you know, you got to protect yourself when needed. And finally, we hit the Music Monday stage for a very special performance from singer Brianna Collette. So stay tuned, all this and more headed your way because we are now officially open. Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee, your host of WBLS, and right here, Opens Channel 67. Today is Monday, April 30th. Wow, where has the month gone? And it's time to check in once again with our resident DJ, DJ Kool Clyde. DJ Kool Clyde, a lot happening in the world of radio broadcasting. Cut it up one time.
Oh, Bob, you're absolutely right, Bob. It's always good to see you, man.
Yeah. So there's a lot happening in the broadcast world. Tell us a little bit about it.
There's a lot going on, as you said, man. And, you know, I'm going to miss 98.7 KISS. You know, that was the station that I was primarily on. I produced a lot of shows up there. Open Line with M. Tume, Bob Slade, Judge Pickett, Fatim Muhammad. And then I also was producing Soul Beginnings with Bob Slade and Judge Pickett. And then I got the opportunity to produce Reverend Al Sharpton's show, Hour of Power. And it was so emotional up in the studio yesterday. I mean, Jocks came over.
The last day before ESPN comes on and broadcast. Well, they did the broadcast last night at 12:01.
Yes, they did. And I mean, ESPN was nice enough to let us stay for a little bit, enjoy our last minutes in the studio. But again, I mean, Mike Shannon, Sheila, even our assistant station, Hot 97, Mr. C came over. He spoke. Bugsy spoke. Kay Slay. It was just, I mean, tears was coming down people's eyes. And I think it was just so emotional. Yeah. But I told him, I said, listen, God is going to allow this radio station to go to the next level. We're all going to come together somewhere down the line.
Explain why this because people just tuning in, they know more or less that you said it was like the last day, but what happened?
Well, there was a merger between 98.7 KISS and WBLS, and my understanding is that ESPN had came in and bought over KISS FM.
Yeah.
And so now KISS FM is now being replaced with sports in the morning.
Yeah.
And I think
so ESPN is occupying the frequency.
That's correct.
98.7 KISS FM.
Right.
But so there's no more KISS. KISS is
right. KISS
over.
Is done.
They're together. They are together with WBLS.
And right now, ESPN is in the actual building of 98.7 KISS. I guess that's temporarily. And you guys is over at Park Avenue. And you're going to be eventually coming over to our space, 395 Hudson. I miss that space so much. I mean, many nights, I spent many nights in there, man. And it's just memorable moments, man. And just
well, you
to
know,
feel.
for many years we've been, the KISS FM has been the competition of WBLS. And it's been a beautiful, friendly competition because all the people on air, the jocks, you know, we know one another, you know, and we have like a camaraderie with one another. It's the competition that kept that balance going. But, you know, underneath all of that, you know, we hug and kiss and all that stuff. And, you know, I welcome Shayla over to WBLS. She's going to be on right after Steve Harvey. And then you have you have Jeff Fox coming on after Shayla. And then after Shayla, you have The Quiet Storm with Lenny Green. He's going to replace Keith Sweat, which was a syndicated program. And then I come on after Lenny Green.
What's going to be your time slot? Because, you know, we're going to be looking forward to hearing you, man.
Well, I came on at the merge.
Okay.
When everything ended, I came on right after, at 12 o'clock. I come on 12 o'clock every night. Right. Monday through Friday. And then I worked the Steve Harvey morning show with the breakfast program. But anyway, it's, you know, it's a sad day. A lot of people think, you know, well, it's a beautiful get together, it's a merge. That's fine. But it's a sad day because a lot of people are out of a job.
And that's happening across the country as well. Yep. You know, it's not just happening here. And so we have to be able to follow what's really going on. I mean, there were 2 black radio stations here. Now we reduced to 1. Yeah. And I think that's the other side that we have to look at and see what we could do to expand that. I mean, because Open Line has brought so many, that's like the black history for black people. That was our station. We woke up every Sunday morning, man. We would listen to that. But I think God has a way of bringing this back together to its forefront, and we'll be all together, man. And I want to thank you, man, for, you know, giving my father condolences over the air, man. I heard this shout out that you gave us, so I think that was very nice, man.
Well,
and you made me feel like,
you know, everything still go out to you and the family.
Yeah, and you made me feel like part of the BLS family.
You are
man.
part of the BLS family.
Yeah, tell us, Aunt Trip, I said what's up.
There you go.
All right.
Cool, Clyde. Thank you so much. All right, for more information on that, you can go to WBLS.com, or you can Google it and get all the information about the merge and or to get together and all of that stuff. Okay. Thanks, Clyde. Up next, we'll get you set for the 4th annual fair at the Square. But first, Visions celebrated its 86th year at a luncheon. Sylvia Anglin has the story.
Services to the visually impaired here in New York City. And the executive director, Nancy Miller of Visions, tells us a little more about Pamela Snyder, for whom the luncheon and award ceremony are named after.
She was one of the participants, a blind mom with small children. Over the years, she came back to VCB each year because she found that it was a great way to meet other blind parents with sighted kids. And she was an amazing individual. We just saw how enthusiastic she was, what a great speaker she was, and so we hired her.
And almost 20 years later, she's still making a difference.
Had a real impact on our services in the Bronx, a real impact on our services at VCB, and then became a senior administrator at the agency.
Advisory board member and honoree Barry Fitzgerald has recognized from an early age the need to help those who are visually impaired.
I had a personal thing since I was a kid about helping the blind, and I think that's what spurred. When I got to Rotary, this was one of our traditions, and then I just started to get involved. And then, you know, the more involved you get, the better you get at doing it too.
Marion Shepard is not only a vocal and ardent supporter of the visually impaired, she's also a recipient of the services of Visions.
If we didn't have Vision, we wouldn't have the classes that we have today. We have arts and craft, we have exercise, we have bowling, we have photography. You have every class you could think of, and it's free. So I feel that Vision goes out of their way to make sure that we are provided and we don't have to pay for the classes. I think it's fantastic.
And these advisory board members and honorees recognize the need for awareness and funding.
Visions is just a wonderful organization. They do so much for the blind. They give services for free. A lot of people don't even really know they exist. So I'm hoping that by this luncheon, I have a lot of friends and colleagues who are here who never even heard of Vision. So just by bringing awareness to the organization, I think we're going to do a lot.
The gentleman who is visually impaired, but is involved in housing for the visually impaired. So he's a leader in that kind of world, in that segment. I think the more we can talk about this organization and get the word out about them, I think the more that they can get support from the community, the more good they can do.
No case is too complex. One of the mottos of Visions is, they say yes to people who continually hear no. From the 19th annual Pamela Snyder Luncheon and Award Ceremony, this is Sylvia Anglin for BronxNet.
Cool Cloud on the ones and twos. Thanks a lot. All right, welcome back to Open, everybody. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee from BLS. Early next month, Westchester Square will host its 4th annual fair at the Square. It's going to be nice, too. Here to tell us all about it is Mr. John Bonizio and Mr. Joe Regina. We welcome you guys to the show.
Thank you, Bob.
So this is going to be, you're going to have fun, games, music, food, everything in the Square at the fair. The fair at the Square.
The fair at the Square. That's how we...
Is it fair to say that, though? That's what we're going to have?
Pretty much. Pretty much and more. We're having an all-day concert and performance series that'll be going on from 11 to 6 p.m. We'll have a complete kids' activity area that'll keep the kids occupied with all forms of games and other activities. We have all our merchants out displaying all their wares. We have all our restaurants out.
Yeah.
With all their food. It's going to be a great day. It was a
Food
great
from
day
different
last year.
cultures,
We
all-
had thousands of people out there, and we expect more this year.
What square is this?
This is Westchester Square.
Westchester Square,
In the
right
Bronx, New York. And it's actually, the Westchester Square is a square, and it'll run between Westchester Avenue and St. Raymond Avenue.
Yeah, so it's going to be all under the L and all
It
outside
won't
of
be
it?
under the L, but it'll be from the L going westward.
Got it.
And
Okay.
all the sidewalks will be full. They'll have people all over the place.
Beautiful. All right, you are the...
Program manager for the Westchester Square Merchants Association, of which I'm finishing up that title. I just started as director of the new Bronx Merchant Business Development Program for the Bronx Chamber of Commerce.
And John Bonizio was here. He said, just pronounce my name like it's easy, yo.
It's easy. It's easy.
Right, you can walk in the... never mind. It's that parade, you know.
That's right. The Easy
It's certain
Parade.
time- yeah, September, March 17th is something that happens as a big parade, the Irish parade. And they say Bob O. Or
Well,
John
that's usually
Ezio.
put the O in the front. This is the O in the back.
Yeah, okay. Either way, whatever works, right? Tell us how important this is, the growth of the business in Westchester Square.
Well, Westchester Square was recently signed by Mayor Bloomberg as the 67th bid in the United States, in New York City, the 9th bid in the Bronx. And this fair this year is kind of the transitional fair, because now the bid is going to be taken over where the Merchants Association left off. There's going to be a lot of activity going on in the square over the next few months. By July, there'll be an executive director whose job it's going to be to run the business of Westchester Square. And this fair has become a celebration of the area. Years ago, Westchester Square was down on its knees, and the Merchants Association pulled it back up. We worked with local elected officials. We put together a business improvement district initiative. It took us 4 years to finally get it done, but now it's done and it is law. And there's going to be a $320,000 a year budget paid for by property owners to keep this going.
Beautiful. Give us a little history of the square. Anybody know how far back?
Wow, take it away.
Westchester Square used to be the county seat of Westchester County before that section of the Bronx was part of New York City. And the park in the middle of the square, which is Owen Dolan Park, was the town square where farmers and merchants used to come and do business right there in the village green.
Got it.
It later became a park, which was dedicated by a gentleman named Owen Dolan. That's why the park is named after him. Owen Dolan is a special favorite to me because what he did was he put together the World War I memorial that's there. And during the dedication of that memorial, The mayor was there. They had a big turnout in the square. There were hundreds of thousands of people in Westchester Square. And Owen Dolan got up to give this rousing speech. And then he sat down in his chair and promptly died of a heart attack right there on the spot.
On the spot.
Yeah, and that kind of plays to me because I expect that. I was born in Westchester Square Hospital, which is 2 blocks away from my office. And they'll probably find me slumped over my desk someday. But in the meantime, but in the meantime, we're going to have fairs and we're going to make that area
There
better.
you go. So this is an annual fair. When did it start?
Well, this fair started 4 years ago.
Right.
Prior to that, we used to have a spring concert, and we had some spring events. And then the square went down, and that kind of disappeared. And then Joe brought back the fair at the square. This is the 4th year.
The 4th year, yeah.
Oh, so you need a host, like Bob Lee.
We'll put you
You
on
gotta
the list.
throw it out there. Come on, if you don't ask.
Listen, we would be more than happy to have you as a host at our future events. This year, we have a couple of local area talents. We have from WVOX Radio in New Rochelle, we have Dennis Dion Nardone. And
You know
from
Dennis Dion from Vox, right?
Oh, yeah.
and we also have from
News 12.
News 12,
News 12 is in there.
anchor woman
Molly
Molly
Rokasi.
Rokasi.
There you go. And I'm sure you're going to have some people from BronxNet there.
We have
You know,
BronxNet
good account of
there.
what's going on.
Oh, without a doubt, BronxNet has been there for the last couple of years with us.
Last year, the count did a little video clipette from the fair, which was really, really
Yeah.
well
Do we have
received.
that here with us today?
I don't know.
Okay. Did you give it
Somewhere in the house.
to me? Well, we'll bring it the next time.
Great.
Okay, so what day does this start? This is coming up soon.
We have Saturday,
This
May
Saturday
12th, no, 2 weeks. May 12th.
Yeah.
It begins at 11, ends at 6.
Beautiful.
And we invite all Bronxites and all New Yorkers to help us celebrate a great area as we go forward in the Bronx Week celebration
Yeah.
for 2012.
Beautiful. Is this the only thing that you guys do for the year? Give us an example of some of the things that you do throughout the year.
Well, right now, with the bid coming in, we have like I said, we have a budget. A large part of that budget goes towards marketing the area. Thanks to Councilman Jimmy Vacco, the city put a $5 million facelift on the park that's there. It's about time. It was really run down. So there's a whole new plaza that's being built there. The rooftop of the recreation center is going to serve as a stage, and what we plan to do is weekly concerts in Westchester Square, and to bring people to Westchester Square for a variety of cultural activities as the bid starts to progress. We're looking at about a year before the park is completed, but by next year, Westchester Square is going to be the place to be. So look out for the 5th annual fair at the square, when you're the host.
Uh-oh.
And you're on the stage there first.
I was just saying, you know, I was asking if you had one. You know, I would like to step up and say hello to everybody at Westchester Square.
Great.
We'd
So
be more
come
than
next
happy to
Saturday.
have you.
Yeah.
We'll have you in there. We'll give you a special time.
There you go.
Okay? That'd be great.
Hey, thanks so
It's
much.
a date.
All right, May 12th.
Yes,
Should be a beautiful day. It's going to be a Saturday.
Yes.
yes, sir.
82 degrees, partly cloudy.
Oh, we got the forecast.
I already put in the request.
You are the man.
I'm telling you.
Okay, so give us a rundown of what's going to take place there again.
We have an all-day concert and performance series. We have many local acts. A lot of Bronx talent will be out there. We've got the Bronx Council on the Arts with art exhibits, artisans, and their people out there. We've got a fully loaded kids activity area. We'll have a bunch of exhibits. We have the fire department smokehouse exhibit. We're going to have an antique fire engine. We'll have the American Museum of Natural History's dinosaur exhibit. There'll be a whole load to do and a lot of fun to be had. There'll be dance contests, raffles, and plenty of great food.
There's a salsa contest.
Oh, you're going to do this? You're going to
Salsa
dance?
contest with a lot of prizes.
There you go. And I'm sure we're going to have some great food.
Without a doubt.
Oh, there's a beautiful restaurant over there. So you got vendors coming down also.
Yes.
Just to fill in some of the blank spaces.
Oh, okay. So
Most
how
of the
come-
merchants are going to be out on the street, bringing what's in the restaurants out onto the sidewalks with, different, and up in the
Beautiful.
concert area with their booths.
How can people get more information on this?
Well, you can call 718-597-4629. That's the Westchester Square Merchants Association office. You could always call the Chamber of Commerce at 718-828-3900. Joe is at the chamber now, so he's always on point for that. And you got to watch keep your eye on BronxNet, keep your eye on the
There
Daily
you
News.
go. All right.
Keep your eye on News 12, and you'll see upcoming events, and that's where we'll be.
You
And
got
our
it.
websites, www.wsbid.org
Uh-huh.
and www.bronxchamber.org.
There you go. Fair at the Square happening May 12th. It starts promptly at,
11 a.m.
and they're going to be setting up from about 7 o'clock in the morning. Get
More
there
than
early.
likely.
Maybe early.
You guys are going to be early. John Bonizio, the chairman of Westchester Square Business Improvement District, and Joe Regina, thank you guys very much. He's the director, Bronx Chamber of Commerce Merchant Business Development Program.
Thank you very
Program
much.
manager. There you
Thank
go.
you, Bob.
Appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank
guys. You guys ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
We're set.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a quick break, but up next, we'll continue our celebration of business in the Bronx with the 161st Street Merchants Association. You don't want to miss it. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
Every year, mothers lose their babies to gun crimes. You'll always be your mother's baby. So before you commit a gun crime, think about who you'll leave behind. Gun crimes hit home.
Your education is the key to your future. And if you're a high school student, your next stop is college. A college education gives high school graduates a competitive advantage professionally and financially. Without it, your job opportunities are much more limited. A college diploma is a necessary requirement for any successful tomorrow. So make sure you're prepared. Speak to your guidance counselor. Visit your local colleges. Your education is the key to your future.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the Forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family.
Ooh.
So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
And founded to address the concerns of the South Bronx business community, the 161st Street Merchants Association has served our area for over 22 years. Here now is Association President and Founder Pat Canal, joined by Venice restaurant owner Steve Scarogni, and we're here right here live on Open. And we welcome you guys. You know,
Thank you, Dr. Lee.
Yeah, I saw you over at Affinity Health Plan.
Affinity, yeah.
In that meeting that we had. Over
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So you guys have something nice coming up. Tell us about it.
Just to follow up, we had regarding our grade system for the restaurants, associations, or different business.
Yeah.
We met here also on the 14th with Daryl and Prospective over here.
Yeah.
And we had a city council meeting on the March 7th, I think it was, with the
became of
city
that?
hall. And there was a lot of older health commissioners were there, and a lot of city council there, chairman by Carmen Arroyo. And we met at their office on February 8th, I think it was, in 149th Street. And we just to follow up at the way the grade system is working, and it's really hurting a lot of the small business.
Tell us about that. I was sitting in a restaurant in Queens, and they
Yeah.
were talking about that. They said people come in and they fine us for this, they fine us for that. Is that what we're talking about right
Absolutely.
now? Yeah. Tell us a little more about that.
Yeah,
What are we being fined for, and what do you think the reason is for it?
My experience,
Okay.
go first.
No, go ahead.
My experience being there 62 years and 37 years as an owner at the restaurant,
Yeah.
South Bronx, for many, many years, which is a pure community. My experience, they should, inspector come in, they should educate us, the owner of a business,
Yeah.
especially in the initial inspection, and especially on non-food related issue.
Yeah.
They should structure us and be on the same page, the inspectors and the restaurant owners, that we have something to follow. Now we receive one violation from one inspector, another inspector told us to do a different way, and a third inspector told us a different way. Meantime, we're receiving different violation, and especially non-related issue, which means public is not as safe. All of a sudden, you see a grade on the door, B, doesn't mean your place is dirty. That means your place has received a minor violation, which has to be corrected.
So all these entities need to be on the same page. Things overlap, and you may correct it for
Inconsistent.
one agency, and then the other agency says, no, we want it this way, and you'll get a fine for it?
I mean, it's the same agency, but city health inspectors, but we're not following the same idea that what they give us to us. One
Yeah.
told us to do one way, another guy told us to do different ways, and we get fined for both occasion.
Yeah.
And when the fine is enormous right now, and Pat could share a lot of the,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Well, when did this start happening?
well, this has
You've
been
been
going
going
on
on
for a
for
while
years,
now.
or-
No, it's-
Oh yeah,
it
it's been going on
started
for.
no, the new grade system
Oh,
started
the
in
new grade
2010.
system start out.
2010.
It started
And
the
that's
grade
when
system.
everybody started having the problems?
Yes.
Or bigger problems?
Well,
Yes.
a bigger problem. Well, the problem with
Well,
the,
what does this do for the restaurant owner? I mean, how do you guys feel about that? What,
Oh, we devastated. All the restaurants, they are devastated. Because it's a moving target. You know, it's not something say you have to do this and you have to do that and standard procedure. We don't want to sell. I mean, we're on the market every single day.
it forces you to want to sell?
No, it forces
Or
us
want-
that we don't want to be in the restaurant business anymore. I have a son who says I'm going to give it up because of this particular situation.
So you get a situation where a restaurant has been in the family for many, many years, and then the son says, well, you know, we're going through all this stuff. I don't want that headache.
All these diners, these Greek diners, that they all pass it on. They are teaching their children, don't get into the food business today,
Yeah.
because it is drastic what's going on, because it's all about money. That's the bottom line. Is Mayor Bloomberg wants money, and that's all it is.
So this is a way of making money for the city?
That's making money for the city. I'll give you an example. One inspector comes into the store to my son and says, this is a preliminary inspection. It doesn't count. I'm not going to give you a grade. I'm not going to give you, it doesn't count. Now, I went before the judge in 66 John Street, and she says, I says, Your Honor, says this, the inspector told me that this was not it didn't count. There was a preliminary inspection, and I was going to get another inspection. He says, oh, it didn't count as a grade, but it counts as money. You know, in other words, you have to pay money. Wait a minute, says, now you're making your own rules in this courtroom. You're making your own rules. When that inspector was in my store, she made her own rules, and she said that there was a preliminary inspection. She wasn't going to give you no grade.
So you can get hit two ways. You can get the fine, and then people who really follow the grade system says, oh, no, let's not eat there because they have a C or a B.
Absolutely. And not only that, but if you get a grade pending, then you have to wait before you go to judge. You have to go to 66 John Street, and you have to go before a magistrate to see if they find that the fines, they could reduce the fine, and they could give you an A.
Wow.
But the whole thing is it's a shambles.
So what became of the city council meetings? Are they correcting it, or they're working on it?
They're trying to structure which will be help, for the restaurant owners, business owner, and they're trying to structure a little bit better. But right now, it's a lot of inconsistent issues. You know what I'm saying? We're not getting educated. When they're coming in, you can even they're coming in, just like a bull, cold. They just do an inspection. They write it down. They don't want to communicate with us at all. All of a sudden, you get the report, and you get your, it's like a system. They work, And
So
that's
let me see that
yeah.
A there.
So I'll just give you a quick sample. You know, on May 9th, I have some violations, minor violation, I receive a B. Okay? Now it took me 4.5 months, this is May 9 last year, 4.5 months to get a court date. I go in front of the judge on September 20, and the judge dismissed a few violations, and I was upgraded to an A.
So what restaurant received this A?
Venice Restaurant,
Venice Restaurant.
149th
A rating.
Street.
But if you get a B rating, doesn't mean the food is not good or anything like that.
Just this, some minor violation has to be
They give you
corrected.
time to correct that?
No.
You have to pay money.
You have to go in front of the
Oh,
judge,
okay.
and then they're going to get re-inspection. And with re-inspection, legally you're supposed to have 5 months before any inspector show up. And what happened to us, within 5 months, I get 3 other inspections coming in.
From the same department?
From the same department, and all of them were dismissed because when I went there presently, we called the supervisor, health supervisor, and they dismissed because they're not supposed to show up and re-inspection within 5 months of the system. That's what the system's supposed to work, but they not work that way.
Now you have Ann Lindsay as a part a part of your organization.
Yes,
She's a
correct.
Good friend. She's works with the 165th Street,
Merchants.
161st Street
Yes.
Merchants Association.
Yes.
What is the association doing? They're getting the
Well,
word out, creating the
this-
awareness that this is going on?
Well, absolutely. This is what happened. With that. We had a meeting with Carmen Arroyo, and it was called the city council meeting. You know, this was all part of the same process.
Yeah,
But there's no way that we could survive. A small restaurant owner could survive.
What would you like to see? What would you like changed?
Well, we would like for the inspector to come in and say, first of all, to be on the same page. You know, to be on the same page. That if once an inspector looks for, it comes in to inspect, the next inspector comes in with the same attitude. You know, the same, the same thing that what we have to do. But you see, if you come in and inspect the place today, and then you say in 2 weeks another inspector is going to come, he's going to disregard what you inspect and come in with all totally different, different scorecard, different.
And that keeps everybody on their toes. But if you got multiple-
No, because the first inspection is money. You have to pay thousands of
Fines.
dollars when you go before the judge on 66 John Street. So, if you give me an inspection and you give me 18 points, which is a B,
Yeah.
that B represents that I have to pay thousands of dollars to the Board of Health. Okay? I have to pay that. Now another inspector comes in. If I want to get an A, another inspector comes in. He inspected, and that money, I mean that inspector, you have to pay that also. So you're talking about thousands of dollars.
Where can we get more information so we can educate the public more on what we're talking about today?
The website?
The website, yeah.
Or they could call us directly. We got the Venice Restaurant website, and Pat has his own website. And I mean, especially the city councilors, they will be the best. You know.
Was it VeniceRestaurant.com?
Yeah, ssvenicerestaurant.com.
Okay.
149th Street, and also will be a number they could call us, 718-585-5164, and just leave a message and we get back to them.
Yeah.
And the best representatives is going through the city council. You know, this is money. It's a lot of money involved. It's a different, which us in the poor area, it's hard because we
want to
support.
get you. We want to get you in here and talk more about this, but they're wrapping me up. But we would like to go to those websites and get more information on it too. And we'll get information from Ann Lindsay. Ann Lindsay, she's a champion.
She's
over
the
there
best.
At 161st Street.
She really helps us.
Steve Skarogny.
Yes.
And he's the owner of Venice Restaurant. Everybody going over there? We're going to go eat. Come on, let's go. You guys ready? And also Pat Canal, all right? The founder and president, 161st Street Merchants Association. We love you guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
All right, stick around for a little while.
Thank
We got to
you.
take a quick break. Our final break up next. We'll hit the gym with Blink Fitness General Manager Eric Garcia and a special workout from their incredible trainers. Stick around. You don't want to miss it.
Your education is the key to your future. And if you're a high school student, your next stop is college. A college education gives high school graduates a competitive advantage professionally and financially. Without it, your job opportunities are much more limited. A college diploma is a necessary requirement for any successful tomorrow. So make sure you're prepared. Speak to your guidance counselor. Visit your local colleges. Your education is the key to your future.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Hi, I'm Sean Johnson of the 2008 U.S. Gymnastics team. I'm here with our friends from VeggieTales to say, be a player, get up and play an hour a day.
Besides gymnastics, how do you stay in great shape, Sean?
I love to dance and rollerblade.
Cool.
You don't have to be an Olympian to be a player. Just do the things you already love to do, like jump rope, ride a bike, or even play freeze tag.
Now that's something to flip for.
Well done! For fun ways to get healthy, visit www.smallstep.gov.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Bless you, Cool Clyde, sneezing on the ones and twos. We're joined now by a martial arts expert for about 45 years or so of an experienced organization. He's here to show us some advanced techniques. Shehan Velez is here. You know, we got a whole lot in store for you. Shehan, you got some special techniques you want to show us?
Yes. This is a style called Krav Maga.
Krav Maga.
Krav Maga, yeah. And it's strictly street self-defense combat. Okay, and it's against knives, guns, and, you know, clubs, you know, no weapons, chokes, you know, stuff like that. What I like to
no weapons formed against me shall prosper. You want to be the first to go? Sure. Okay, go ahead, do your thing.
So what
I'll
I like
stand
to do
behind
is
you take the brunt of the punishment.
That's a good idea. I like to use my assistant so she could do a technique if she gets, you know, grabbed by behind, let's say,
okay.
and pulled. So you can stand here.
Let the camera see that.
Yeah. Or is it this way better?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's going to put his hand on her shoulder and try to pull her, and she's going to come around and turn him around, and then push him and punch at the same time. All right, and then all she does is run after that. So this is basic techniques towards advance, but the point is that they're going to try to get away from the attacker as soon as possible. They're not going to stay there and struggle with them.
Yeah.
Or fight.
Is there a momentum you have to do with the body, a twist?
Yes, yes. She's gonna turn around and get his hand off her shoulder and just push him and punch.
Okay.
Okay.
She's a cake lady, you know. She bakes cakes.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna put your hand, and your shoulder is gonna come towards his elbow, right?
Oh, okay.
All right, and he's gonna turn around, and you're gonna do the technique. Slowly, it's fine.
And that releases that grip right away?
That releases the grip. Turn the body, push and punch.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Do you aim at a certain place when you punch?
You aim to the temple or the face or the back of the head.
Okay. And that will possibly knock them out or just disorient them for a little while?
Exactly, because he's not going to be expecting her to know anything.
Yeah.
So she's just going to do the technique and then run.
The element of surprise. Go ahead.
Exactly.
Because you're both surprised. You're surprised, but you know what to do. But don't do this at home because it could be a little kid that you knock out. They grab you.
All right, go a little faster now. Turn and punch. Good. That's it. And then all she does is just run.
Yeah, get out of there.
Yeah, exactly. This is just one of the techniques. The next technique I want to do is with the knife. Who's doing the knife? You are also, okay. He's gonna come overhead to attack her. She's gonna step to the side, all right, redirect the technique, all right, and then she's gonna block and redirect, also striking, all right, striking to the neck. This strike could be to the upper chest area, the neck, or the face.
Sheehan, were you ever attacked like that in real life?
No, not really.
But you know what to do.
I know what to do, yes, yes.
Get the knowledge of what to do.
Exactly.
And here, it looks like
Exactly.
this. Here we go.
So you're gonna go slowly, redirect, right?
Ooh.
And that's right. So when she does this part here, she's gonna go and run.
Get the heck out of there.
Exactly, just get out. Now, when she does this technique, it could be deadly also, because when she does this technique that he comes around and she redirects, she could be stabbing him in the leg.
Or somewhere around there.
Or somewhere around there, exactly. Okay, so let's do it one more time, a little faster. Redirect, and, right, that's it.
Now, there's a main artery there, too.
There's
You
a main
can
artery.
kill a person by stabbing them in the leg.
Exactly. Now, this is just to show you that she didn't know anything. This is stuff that you could learn within 90 days, okay, to learn how to defend yourself like this. And she had no idea what to do before. And I just went over this a couple of times with her, and she already got it.
You going to continue to take classes?
I think so. He's in my neighborhood, so I'm pretty close.
There you go. Yeah, she
Okay.
learns well, too.
Great, yeah, she's
a baker,
quick.
so she can cook up.
She's a baker. All right.
She can
Thank
cook
you.
things up.
All right, she's going to do the gun defense. Now, just for training purposes, you never put your finger in the trigger. Okay? Now, in real life, the
People have
attacker
their
is
finger
going to
in
have your finger in the trigger, because what happens is the finger's in the trigger. When you do this technique in real life, you're going to end up breaking the person's finger also when you do this technique. Okay? This is an attack. The gun is going to be pointed to her head. Go. She's going to come up. Now she's going to come up slowly. You're going to come up slowly with your hands, and you're going to say, "Give me your iPhone or whatever it is." You're going to say, "Please, I'll give it to you. Give me a chance." All right, go.
Give me your wallet, give me your iPhone, your purse. Please don't hurt me. I'll give you anything you want.
And take it away and just strike them. That's fine. That's good. Okay. So this is.
I might just put the gun away just by you saying that.
Exactly.
I'm only kidding. Greg, ahead.
She only did this technique a couple of times, and she already has it. Okay, so do it one more time.
But you're going to be nervous and everything. Please don't. But the way you said it before, I said, "Oh, okay, I'll put this away." Go ahead.
So you're going to come up slowly, okay, and your hands are going to always be close to your body and close to wherever the gun is. So if the gun is pointed at my stomach, I'm going to go here. Okay, see how close I am? So this way, I just redirect. Okay? So quickly. Let's try it.
Your wallet, tag, iPod.
You get your hands a little bit higher and closer to the gun, right? That's it. Go. Redirect and strike.
And then
right.
you run?
And then you run.
Call the
Okay.
cops on the way on that phone that you still have. Call the
Exactly.
cops. I was being robbed one time. I was in a place where I shouldn't have been. And they directed me and a friend of mine to go up the steps. And it was the 6th floor. We made us go all the way up the steps. And I was tempted to grab the gun, but I was afraid that he was too far away and I would miss and I would get shot.
Yeah.
So I just went all the way up, and thank God he turned around and left, but he
Right.
took
Well,
all jewelry and everything.
Yeah,
That was a long
this
time
is
ago.
only when you have the weapon close
I
enough.
caught the guy later on.
Oh, okay.
He didn't know I was there.
Couldn't
But I
imagine
was
what
out all
happened.
night looking for him, and I caught him. But anyway, where can people get more information on you, Sheehan?
I'm at 611 Morris Park Avenue in the Bronx, and my number is 718-710-8101.
710-8101.
Right. And for the first 50 people that call and are interested and enroll, we're waiving the registration fee.
There you go. That
Okay.
sounds great.
So.
All right. And you have lots of other techniques that people can use.
Oh, yeah, this is
Because
just-
if somebody grabs you like this, you
Exactly,
do what?
yeah. We have if they grab you, we have different technique. We have chokes, we have, we have more weapons techniques, clubs against clubs. Okay, we have ground fighting. If they put you down to the ground, what to do, how to get out of that. So we have many techniques.
Yeah. I would like to come and see you guys get involved. You're gonna get involved. He lives in your area.
I think so.
All right.
I might check it out.
Sheehan, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming by. You come by and show us more another time?
Some other time, sure.
Give everybody up here a big round of applause, everybody. Thank you so much. We got to take our final break, but up next, on the other side, we shine the lights on a soulful Nashville singer, Brianna, all the way from Nashville. Brianna Collette. She's going to definitely be here to take care of business. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned to Open. Boom, 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 boom.
Your education is the key to your future. And if you're a high school student, your next stop is college. A college education gives high school graduates a competitive advantage professionally and financially. Without it, your job opportunities are much more limited. A college diploma is a necessary requirement for any successful tomorrow. So make sure you're prepared. Speak to your guidance counselor. Visit your local colleges. Your education is the key to your future.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
How you doing? I just want regular, no sugar today.
You got it.
Thanks. Hello.
Hi.
Did you eat that whole thing today?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Hi, how you doing?
She's getting big, huh?
Good. Yeah, she is big. Let's get your haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks cute. Come on, let's go. Nice to see you. Thanks a lot.
If only child abuse were this easy to recognize. If you even suspect abuse, call 1-800-4-A-CHILD. All calls are anonymous and confidential. Trust your instincts.
G-Morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. You up? What'd you dream about? Me? JK. Text me back. I'll keep texting till you wake up. Are your parents home later? Is this something I did? Exclamation point, question mark? This isn't a joke. Hello? Text me.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education. So every year, I take promising high schoolers on a college tour to show them that higher education means a brighter future. My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Find out how you can live United for Education. Give, advocate, volunteer. Go to liveunited.org.
Do you wear this?
Oh, welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS. The beat goes on and on and on until the what, Cool Clyde? Until the break of dawn. That's it. It's time for our Music Mondays. Here we go. There you go. Ever wonder what a modern day soulful Billie Holiday would sound like? Well, they said this young lady sounds just like her. The answer's our next guest. Here to perform, please welcome Brianna Collette. Here we go. Give her a big round of applause, everybody. Woo-hoo.
Hey, baby. Why you look so sad? You got some bad news for me? I hope not. Oh, come on. I'm sure we could work it out. You don't think so? What you doing? You try to break it off. What you saying? Age doesn't really make a difference, 'cause you're much older than me. What you thinking? Oh, this is our reality. All I try to do what is right for me. make a difference, make a difference. I just try to do what feels good to me. I just try to do what feels good. I think you're too old, and you think I'm too young. I think you're too cold, and you think I'm way too sprung. I think you're too old, and you think I'm too young. I think you're too cold, and you think I'm way too sprung. Our friends, they don't seem to get along. Age difference only sets us apart. How you living is totally different than me. La 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 la. I try to do what is right for me. I make a difference, make a difference. I just tried to do what feels good to me. I just try to do what feels good. I think you're too old, and you think I'm too young. I think you're too cold, and you think I'm way too sprung. I think you're too old, and you think I'm too young. I think you're too cold, and you think I'm way too sprung. Baby, you've been on my mind. Crazy how age takes its time. I know we can make it work. Make it work, 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 make it work for me. Ooh, babe, yeah. Too old, you're too young, you're too cold, I'm way too sprung. Maybe you're too young for me. Ooh, or maybe you're too sprung on me. Ooh, I think you're too old for me. Ooh, maybe you're too young for me.
Give her a big round of applause, everybody. I'm not too young for you.
No. Not at all, not at all.
Now, where are you from?
I was actually born in Nashville, Tennessee. But I grew up in Virginia, lived in LA, but I'm a New Yorker now.
Yeah, well, she got the best of work. Nashville and New York and Virginia. You said West Virginia?
No, Northern Virginia.
Northern Virginia, okay, yeah.
Right outside D.C.,
So
Maryland.
what made you want to get involved in this wonderful business of entertainment?
I think just ever since I was a child, this was something I wanted to do. I wanted to be an entertainer. I love to perform in front of my family. We used to do talent shows for our aunts and uncles, and it just kind of stuck with me. And I just thought, like, this is really what I want to do, like, every single day. So.
And who's this young lady that comes around with you? She's watching you on TV right now.
That would have to be Rowena Husband.
Rowena!
That's my amazing manager.
She's shy, look.
Yeah, she's a little shy this morning.
So who are the people? Sarah Vaughan and Billie Holiday.
I love Sarah Vaughan, Billie Holiday, Sade. She is just incredible. She's one of my
young lady over there mentioned Jill Scott.
Jill Scott, she's great. Lauryn Hill. Yeah.
So those are the people that you look up to?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you get your motivation from?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to say Sade. I think she is just elegance in true form. You know, she's just so simply sexy. You know. And not every woman can really just do that, but she just does it well.
You do it.
I do?
Yeah, she hangs out, right?
What I can, what I got. I give a little taste.
Do your
just
thing.
a
There you
little
go.
something.
And she can act too, right? She does a little acting on TV.
I've done a little acting, a couple commercials
Oh, yeah?
and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's next for you?
Well, I have a show coming up. I'm performing on the Industry Island Cruise opening for Christopher Williams. That's on June 17th.
Oh, beautiful.
I've also have a show on May 14th. We're doing a Viva Glam, and the HIV Walk is collabing, and they're
Central Park?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
in Central Park, but they're gonna do an album, a compilation album. So I'll be on that album, and I'll also perform, and we've got some other shows coming up. Soul Excursion, we don't have a date set for that, but that's definitely in the making.
And you
for
have
next
your own
month.
CD coming out?
Actually, I have a couple songs on iTunes already.
Oh, okay.
So the song Too Old, you can find that on iTunes. Sad to say, there's a couple other hits on there.
Yeah. What do you do when you're at home and you're just like a little singing in the background?
Yeah, I always harmonize. Like when I'm at home or if I'm like playing another song, I always kind of like add my own little soundtrack to it.
Like what? What would that sound like?
Little something like that.
See, a little something, something.
Little soft, sexy.
Now you've traveled all over?
Yes,
Some of the
actually,
places you've been.
I did a jazz tour in Russia with Daniel Kramer. That was incredible. I mean, he's an amazing jazz pianist and a great mentor. He taught me so much in 3 weeks. I mean, I couldn't even imagine. But yeah, that was an incredible journey, definitely.
Wonderful. Hey, you get a chance to travel, you get a chance to eat well. You ask for the food that you want to eat when you're in
Russia,
concert.
they know how to fry up some eggs and some
What?
potatoes. They will fry up some eggs real
Russian eggs and potatoes.
And soup. They make the most amazing soup over in Russia.
Oh, really? What's in it?
I don't know. But it tastes really good. It tastes
Yeah,
really
it's just
good. Yeah, I'm a
sort of
picky
a bunch
eater,
of everything. Yeah.
but I love the soup over there.
There you go. Okay, where can we get more information on you?
You can find me at www.briannacolette.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Tumblr, Brianna Colette, at Brianna Colette. It's not hard to find me.
There you go,
Everywhere.
Brianna Colette. Give her a big round of applause, everybody. Now you're gonna take us home. I'm gonna say this, and then right after I finish, you can kick on that. That's a beautiful mic, though, by the way.
Thank you.
I have one of those.
You have one of these at home?
Yeah, that's
I
that
used to
classy
use it in the shower, like,
Oh, you get electrocuted if you take this in the shower.
not in the
But
shower,
yeah.
but in the mirror.
Well, yeah, I mess
you
around a
one of
little
those mirror
bit.
singers, like you sing.
Yeah, I
you
mess
dance in
around
front of the
with-
mirror, don't you?
I do. So, oh my, cool Clyde. What am I gonna do with her? Colette, give her a big round of applause, everybody. Yes, indeed. All right, that's all the time we have for today's show. Many thanks to all of our guests for stopping by, and of course you, our viewer, for tuning in and checking it all out. Tune in to an all-new Open this Wednesday with host Darren Jaime, my man, okay? Always remember this, what you are is God's gift to you, and what you make of yourself is your gift to God, to choose your choice and let your choice control the choose. Catch you on tonight with right after the Quiet Storm on 107.5 WBLS. So long. See you later. Love you all. Peace.
Sad to say, gone like my love. You could stay and fly like a dove. 'Cause all I feel is only you. What a broken heart could make us do. You and me and you. We do the things we need to do. How you been and where you gone? I've been waiting for far too long.